our team was looking for a victory. I know we were looking for guys to see who was going to step up and who was going to make the play when it counted. There was a lot of good things that we saw out there, but at the same time there was a lot of bad things with some turnovers here and there. We couldn't get the ball off in time. We had some bad reads. We had a couple of blown coverages, some big fumbles towards the going towards the end zone that probably really turned the game around for them. I mean, we fumbled twice within our red zone, which we really can't do that in order to win a football game. But other than that, I do have tape now that I can look at and see what guys really at this point deserve to, finish out the training camp with us. I will be looking for some more guys. We did have an injury with Carlis Franklin. I don't know how serious it is, but I just saw him on the boot. There's a good chance he may be out a couple of weeks, and we were really counting on him to be a big player for us this year. But other than that, only thing I can say out of it is, outside of Carlis being hurt, we came out as healthy as we can be. So I'm ready for any other questions.
Coach, what were your impressions of just playing a game here in New Orleans, the kind of atmosphere that this kind of arena-hungry crowd?
Oh, it was a great feeling for the kickoff, just to be in this arena, just to feel the energy coming from the fans that was out there. We know how much the city loved arena football when it was here, and for us to kick off this year, I mean, it was great. That opening quarter was awesome, and I just feel bad that we couldn't win this so-called scrimmage game for these fans. But I'm pretty sure once we get into the season, we'll fix all those mistakes that we had, and we'll be a much better team.
How about your impressions of? I know you got a lot of playmakers, but in particular, Danny and PJ hooking up with the 3 first-half touchdowns.
Well, those guys are veterans in this game. PJ is a very explosive wide receiver. Him and Danny, they've been hooking up all training camp. I knew eventually that they would get something going out there, and it's going to be many more to come between those two. The more reps we get, the more they get into the offense, because they're still learning it just as well, to where they can be sure with themselves. But I knew that those plays were going to come today. I was just hoping for more.
Danny hasn't played in a couple of years. How did you get a gauge on how he played today?
I thought Danny was solid. There's some things he still needs to work on. I thought a couple of times he was thrown off his back foot. But outside of that, I mean, that's going to come with Danny. He just got to shake the rust off a little bit, and I'm still fine with his performance. I know the more we practice, the better he will get. The more he get the chemistry with the players, the better he will get. With him and Ben, meeting the way they meet, he'll get into the offense, and I know he'll be a much better quarterback.
Safe to say about the start, turnovers, you got to work on those.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you can't win a game having turnovers like that. Like I said, we had 2 turnovers in the red zone. We had a couple of interceptions. In this game of arena football, you're supposed to score, and they had a lot of stops against us. That's a lot of stops for one team, and most of the time when teams get that many stops, they will come out on top. And unfortunately, we just couldn't win today.
How would you assess your first head coaching day, game?
Well, I mean, it's still me getting the rust knocked off just as well. Getting back into the flow of dealing with the officials, dealing with substitutions, dealing with the rules of arena football, making sure that I'm making the right call when I want to go forward or field goals and different things like that. But for me, it's like riding a bike. I don't think it was anything new, but at the same time, we as a coaching staff, we have to do better. We need to do better. The players need to do better, in order for us to be a playoff caliber team.
Did anybody, one player in particular or 2 players in particular stand out for you?
Well, outside of PJ making some big plays, I thought Larico Stevenson stepped up on the defense side of the ball. He was pretty solid. I thought Eric Scott did a good job rushing the passer. I was impressed with Julius Gant, considering that we moved him from guard to center. He was pretty solid today. I thought that he did a good job, considering this was probably his first time snapping in a good while. We had great protection with Gant, Mokeith Ruffins, and Tommy Taggart. We see that as of right now, those three may be the three that will take us into the season.
Was there one that you kind of said, man, he doesn't look too good in practice, but all of a sudden he just like shined?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Was there somebody like on the roster you didn't expect?
Well, I was pleasantly surprised by Chris Wilson today. You know, he made some good catches. I know that he was a playmaker. That's part of the reason why he's on this team right now. But those type of plays that he made, you know, he made just about every play. I think he dropped one in the end zone. Outside of that, you know, he was pretty solid. So that was somebody that stood out who I probably really wasn't expecting to do a whole lot today. But he showed me that, you know, he can play this game. He just got to get polished.
What are your thoughts today?
Get better. Bottom line, get better from across the board myself. I can get better about running, coverage recognition. I know one coverage, we actually came back to it. They were playing cloud coverage on my motion. And the first time I went inside and the play was busted, I think, Danny, it was my fault. He'll say it's his, but it was my fault. I almost threw an interception on that one. But if I would have went outside, we would have had the middleman wide open. And we came back to it, and I did go outside, and Hutch caught the ball, and I think he had like a 30-yard gain, 40-yard gain. So I need to work on the recognition of the coverage a little bit more. Not saying I don't know it, but just still get better at it, polish on it. As a team overall, you know, it's the first time we're going against people that's not on our team. You know, it's football, so you know you get tired of hitting your own teammates, and then somebody new comes in. You know, they have new coverages and new plays and plays on offense for you. It's different, but we learn from here.
What do you think you have to work on?
Like I said, it's probably coverage recognition, and not to per se like I'm not good at it. Just to work on it. Every receiver has to work on something. We're not Jerry Rice's out there, so you always got to work on something. And also I know another play. I had a loop motion, and I mean we were taught to take our time, especially in the end zone, in the red zone, excuse me, because there's not a lot of space down there. And I think I took too much time. And Jack came out there and got a chance to chip me in out there through the playoffs. So just the little things. It's nothing major and good. That's great, but just the little things that makes the team better and myself better.
Talk about the first touchdown pass that came through to, I guess we made 13.
Excuse me, sir?
The first touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that play.
A corny I had a stationary. Actually, I had motion. So everybody else had hitches, and I had a corner route, and we worked on that 2 straight days in practice over and over again. And I just gave him a double move, but not at the top of the route, I gave him a double move. In the beginning of the route, I just gave him another one stick too. Worked on that, and Danny threw a perfect ball. Like I looked up, the ball just perfect. He couldn't throw any better ball than that.
Now, was that your version of a leap? Should we call that?
I wish we honestly, and I just learned this. I just learned it. I mean. If you don't know, you can go to my history. I have extravagant end zone dances and celebrations and all like that, and I do a lot of stuff. But I just learned, Coach Stingley put me to the side and said, we can't go in the stands anymore. It's against the rules, so I guess I can't go in the stands anymore. But I got to do it. I mean, it's a scrimmage, so they can't find me yet. But yeah, we can say VooDoo leap, and I guess that's the first and only, and it's the last one.
Actually, I call it the VooDoo fall.
Oh, here you go too. Here you go too.
Danny, talk about your day.
Kind of more in the same. It was disappointing for me. You know, it's great to be back out there. You know, getting that experience again, being in front of the fans. But you know, sure didn't end up the way I wanted it to. You know, anytime you lose in front of the home fans, it's nothing to be excited about. We just got to continue to get better. You know, we're going to see on the film tomorrow. You know, different things that we did, things that we can correct and get a lot better from. I know I wasn't setting my feet in the pocket very well, not stepping up. Guys gave me pretty good protection all night. I think it's just a matter of getting comfortable again, you know, in the pocket, you know, recognizing the defense, getting the ball out of your hands. So, you know, I'm definitely disappointed with the way it went, but, you know, we're going to just keep getting better from here.
But for being off for 2 years?
Well, you know, like I said, it's good to get back in here. You know, I always expect to play well. You know, I prepare that way, and that's the way that, you know, I want to continue to, you know, to get in practice. I just want to prepare prepare the best way that I can, keep getting better every day. You know, like I said, it's great to be back at home playing in front of the fans and everything. It's great to be back on the field, but you know, it's like I said, just disappointing.
The pass to BJ, why don't you go from your end to top?
Well, BJ's a great route runner. He's very explosive. I can't say he's a great route runner. He's a good route runner. No, but he's very explosive. You can see on his kickoff returns, you know, if not the best returner in the league, he's one of the best. I think he's probably the best, and I hope to see that this year. So you can see he's very explosive, and that's the same way he runs his routes. He gets on guys' toes very well. You know, can use his motion, can use his stem, but anytime a very explosive guy can get to the defensive back's fighting an uphill battle. So that's what he did. He did a great job getting on his toes, gave him a good move, and I just took 5 steps, threw it to a corner, and he was there.
You mentioned the kickoff return. You were banged up on that. Hey, you did a nice little flip there.
Oh yeah, you got me there. I wasn't expecting that, but you know, it's part of football.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.